It's crazy to think the iPhone 17 hasn't even cooled off yet, and already the iPhone 18 leaks are rewriting expectations. This isn't your usual small upgrade year. It's the one where Apple quietly breaks a few of its own rules. From a camera feature that could reshape mobile photography to design choices that hint at something bigger on the horizon, every new detail is making tech fans sit up and wonder, is Apple finally bringing pro-level control to the iPhone in ways we've never had before? Hey, welcome back everyone. Sam here. If you're loving these deep dives into the next wave of tech, don't forget to like the video, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more updates coming your way soon. So here's the thing. Apple's next flagship isn't just about faster chips or sheenier materials. The real buzz around the iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max is about how they might finally bridge the gap between smartphone and professional camera. For the first time in iPhone history, Apple is reportedly bringing a variable aperture system to both Pro models. It's one of those features you don't fully appreciate until you see what it does, because it changes the way your phone handles light itself. Think of it like this. Every photo you take, whether in sunlight or dim light, depends on how much light enters the lens. Too little, and your picture turns noisy or dark. Too much, and details get washed out. The variable aperture lets the iPhone's lens physically adjust its opening, wider in the dark for more light, narrower in daylight for sharper detail. It's the kind of mechanical flexibility professional cameras have had for decades, now miniaturized to fit in your pocket. And while Apple's doing this for the first time, the concept isn't entirely new. Samsung actually played with it back in the Galaxy S9 days, but the tech wasn't mature enough then. It was dropped because it complicated production and added costs. Fast forward to 2026, and Apple's about to pull it off with far more precision. Combine that with Apple's machine learning, smarts, and image processing power, and you've got something that could quietly outclass Samsung's fixed wide aperture system on the upcoming Galaxy S26 Ultra. See, Samsung's next Ultra will have an improved sensor and a wider aperture for better portrait blur and night photos. But the key word there is fixed. You can't adjust it. Apple's approach goes further. It adapts dynamically. You could be shooting stars 1 second and then switch to an ultra, detailed daylight landscape the next. And your phone's lens physically reshapes itself to handle both scenes perfectly. That's not just software magic anymore. That's real mechanical control meeting Apple level optimization. The fun part, Apple might pair this feature with new camera modes built directly around aperture control. We've already seen them experiment with things like cinematic mode and photographic styles. Now imagine being able to toggle aperture levels live while shooting. You could shoot dramatic background blur in one moment and crisp, wide depth shots the next, all from the same lens. It's Apple finally giving everyday users a taste of real photography flexibility, without needing to know anything about ISO or shutter speed. And this feature isn't coming alone. Apple's also refining its design language again. Don't expect another radical look like the iPhone 17's forged aluminum unibody, but subtle changes are coming, including a possible transparent glass layer on the back that lets the internals subtly peek through. It's minimal, futuristic, and surprisingly bold for Apple, given their design restraint in recent years. Then there's the performance side. Apple's long, rumored 2nm A20 Pro chip is still being kept under wraps, but insiders claim it's the biggest performance per watt leap since the jump to 3nm. We're talking about faster neural processing for AI, driven photography, and efficiency gains that could extend battery life noticeably, even with those more power-hungry lenses. And if you've heard about Apple's custom C series modems, you're right. The next Gen C2 modem could make it into more iPhones this year, improving signal strength and power efficiency while Apple continues to reduce its reliance on Qualcomm. Now, one twist that's confusing fans: the release schedule. Reports suggest that Apple might split its lineup launches next time. The iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max could debut during the usual fall event in 2026, but the standard iPhone 18 might arrive months later in early 2027, potentially alongside a rumored budget model called the iPhone 18e. That would be wild. It'd be the first time Apple staggers its flagship lineup this dramatically. Some say it's to give more spotlight to the long-awaited foldable iPhone Fold, which could finally make its debut at the same event. And speaking of changes, don't expect Apple to go completely notchless just yet. Early rumors pointed to under-display Face ID, but those have cooled off. The dynamic island might get smaller, But it's not disappearing. The full under-screen experience is now reportedly being saved for the iPhone 19, which, according to insiders, could be the first true, all-display iPhone with both Face ID and the selfie camera hidden beneath the glass. So yeah, the real all-screen dream is just one generation away. Still, the iPhone 18 lineup will feel more refined than revolutionary, the kind of upgrade where everything quietly works better. Faster chip, cleaner design, smarter camera, and a lens system that feels straight out of a DSLR. Add in some potential new AI-powered photo modes, and we're looking at an iPhone generation that doesn't scream for attention, but earns it through how it performs in every lighting condition, every frame, every photo. And if history's any guide, this move will nudge Samsung, Google, and Xiaomi to follow suit. Remember, once Apple reintroduces a technology, even one others tried before, it tends to stick. We saw that with portrait mode, dynamic island, and even satellite connectivity. Now it's happening with variable aperture, and you can bet it'll spark a new round of camera wars across the flagship space. So while we're still months away from seeing the real iPhone 18 in person, one thing's already clear. Apple isn't chasing megapixels anymore. It's chasing control. The kind of control that lets every user, not just photographers, shape their photos like a pro. And that's a shift that could redefine what "pro" really means in iPhone Pro. If you made it this far, you're definitely one of the real tech fans, and I appreciate you for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the deep dive into Apple's next big launch event, because things are about to get very, very interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.